Hi, I'm Yvette Barrios. I'm here for Bronco Day Online. And today I have Dr. Mahmood Mamivand. And Mahmood, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Hello, this is Mahmood Mamivand. I'm assistant professor of mechanical engineering at Boise State, and I joined Boise State in 2017. And before that, I was in Wisconsin, and before Wisconsin, I was in Mississippi.
Well, great. Okay. And can you tell me what you love about Boise and Boise State?
Well, about the Boise, to be honest, after being in the different locations in a state, I would say the Boise, I really love that the weather-wise, it's a four-season
Yeah.
city. Boise is not a big city, that's become too crowded. It's not too small like a college town. Um, and, you just, can go skiing by driving like 45 minutes. At the same time, you are just 10 minutes away from the river. And, having this four season give you the opportunity to use the all outdoor that you see in the Boise. And I really love the outdoors that I see at the Boise. And Boise State, I would say that, I mean, I have been in several schools. Among them, I would say the Boise State was the most student-centric school that I have seen. Honestly, I have seen that every decision that is going to be made in this school, the students are the priority. So always the question is that, okay, do the students get benefit? What's the output of this decision for students? So I think that makes Boise State, to me, totally different from the other schools that at least I have experienced.
That's great. That's great to hear. So I know that you have a lab at Boise State. Can you tell me what you do in your lab?
Yes, so I'm in mechanical engineering. So what we do is actually we do computational material science. So what does the computational material science means is that we design the material in computers. So it's a kind of like novel area. So we didn't have such area like 20 years ago. And nowadays you can design the materials inside the computers and then go and produce on the outside. So this is what we do.
Great. And so do you have undergrads working in your lab? And if you do, what do they do?
Yes, indeed, my lab is more than 50% undergrad. So I have always
Wow.
3, 4 to 5 undergrads in my lab. And so the project that we design for undergrad, so first of all, I always consider that the project should be meaningful to students. So we
Yeah.
have different range of the problems. Like, for example, we are working on electric cars, we are working on aerospace materials, we are working on nuclear materials. So when we have newcomers, so first we say that, okay, we have these problems. So what we are interested in, if you are interested in cars, you're interested in nuclear, you're interested in aerospace, so you can choose. But when we go inside it, the goal is to make these materials better. We are either designing new materials or try to predict the current materials. For example, if we put a material inside the nuclear, so the goal is to make sure that they are safe. So we don't know what will happen to these materials in 20 years, 30 years. So what we do is that we build some models to make some prediction toward the future and see what will happen to these materials. At the same time, we are designing new materials. For example, in electric cars nowadays, a big challenge is that they are heavily dependent to some specific elements, which the people call it rare earth elements. It means that they are not everywhere. So one of our projects nowadays is that how we can go away from those specific elements, which we don't have them much in the United States, toward the elements which are more abundant around.
Oh, wow. Sounds interesting. So thank you. Now, if you could think back to when you were a freshman undergrad, starting your mechanical engineering degree, what advice would you give yourself?
That's a hard question. So life, whatever approach you take, you say, oh, it would be better if I have done something else. But I would say that, any students that I'm advising, I just give them this advice that go and work in the labs. So it's a totally different experience and make you if you graduate, would be completely outstanding compared to the other students. So I would say the best advice is to just start going working in labs at the very early stages. Probably you have to work for free because at the very beginning of your education, people, I mean, so you have to go work and volunteer, then prove yourself, and then the lab directors, if you prove yourself, they will be able to support you. So I think that would be the best advice I can give. And if I go back, probably I would be more active in the other stuff that's happening in the campus. When I was undergrad,
Yeah.
I wasn't that much active.
Well, that's great. Well, I appreciate it. Do you have any other insights or anything you want to share with the students that are joining for Bronco Day online? It could be for prospective students or any students that are already coming to Boise State that are just trying to learn more about the program. Any more insights that you might have?
Well, first of all, I wish you all good luck. You know, you would be a kind of unique students who have a unique experience, like online, you know, campus visit. It's a once in generation, so that makes you guys very particular. But I would say that, you know, we as a human, we will survive. We will pass. We have passed
Yeah.
much harder situations in the past. But what we need to do is just stay hopeful, work hard, and I mean, the future would be bright.
Well, sounds great. Thank you. And I just wanted to end with Go Broncos.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.